So I remember the first time I ever looked into Mary Hadley's eyes. You remember that. And it's just full of hope and promise and joy and wonder and amazement. And you think, wow, what are you gonna be? You can be anything. You're gonna change the world.
I forgot to get something.
Oh my God, it was a bottle of hair gel that changed our life.
Yeah.
That's right. So, you know, you play games with your kids and you have them read something, and I held up a bottle of hair gel for Scott to read, and it took 4 tries to get the word gel. G-E-L, gel. He has always just been this extra something, is his spirit. And he started dying in front of our eyes in the 5th grade. It was when he started losing that was when we decided to move from Australia to Texas to go to the Rawson Saunders school.
Part of what was most frustrating in kindergarten and in 1st grade for Julia was that she wanted to read like everybody else. She was incredible at math, but she wasn't learning how to read. And Julia also was really good at fooling us. We didn't realize how bad it was because she always wanted to read books that they had read in school first. And what we learned after a while was she memorized the books.
But when the academics and the reading started, he started to fade.
I'm dyslexic, and so I could relate to it, but I didn't know what to do. Nobody did anything for me. I thought it was just, he had to work harder, and that was not the case. They sat us down in a room and I'm getting emotional. Told us he needed to fail so he could get help. I didn't understand that.
He was watching kids younger than him progress in reading. He was watching kids get invited to birthday parties. His teacher just not being equipped to handle a kid with special needs, which made it challenging for her, challenging for him, challenging, I'm sure, for the other students. And as time progressed, it just got worse and worse. He just felt stupid. He felt like he didn't want to try. He didn't want to try anything because he knew if he tried, he was going to fail. And I knew I had to do whatever it took, whatever it took.
And then one day, you're at a parent-teacher conference in kindergarten. And she says, "We have a problem. She's just not getting it. We're teaching her the material, but she just doesn't get it." So then we're sitting in a neuropsych's office, and we get the diagnosis. And Tracy's squeezing my hand really, really hard. And you're thinking, just for a second, you think, why can't my kid just be normal? And then I took a step back and I thought, well, heck with that. Who wants to be normal? I mean, that's like, what a terrible thing to be sentenced to a life of normalcy. She's exceptional. She's extraordinary. She's amazing. And now she's here.
It's changed everything. I used to drop my kid off at school in Australia and cry all the way home. And I would pick him up and I would get this shell getting in the car. And now I just feel such pride, you know, and joy and relief.
But, you know, that's why that moment where we're staring at a bottle of hair gel and our son, you know, 2 days in a row can't read a 3-letter word. And if he's going to learn, it's not going to be by reading. It's not that they can't learn or he can't learn. He loves learning.
Yeah.
He learns in a particular way. And when you give him those tools, he is unstoppable.
Before he was accepted, and I said, I have been trying to find a home for him so he can learn and grow and flourish. And one of the things that she said was, you're here. The journey stops here, you're here. And we're going to do everything we can to help your son.
Rawson Saunders is life-changing. There is never going to be a moment at Rawson Saunders where Mary Hatley feels like a failure.
2 weeks ago, Julia wanted to read a book that she'd never read before, so she hadn't memorized this one. And it took a little while, but word by word, she read that entire book. And I'm sure any parent at Rawson Saunders would, who's experienced that would know exactly what that feels like.